Well, hello and welcome people on the internet back to some more Holocure Save the Fans. Today we're jumping in and we're going to be playing with Mumei today, which you of course already know because that's who's on the thumbnail. Sweet little looking innocent Mumei with her little cat ears. Clearly they're cat ears. What else could they possibly be? She looks very innocent looking. Clearly nothing could ever go wrong in this episode. But first, before we do that, we've got to pull our gotcha. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think what we're going to do is I want to pull on, no. What was the banner I wanted to pull on? I want to pull on this banner right here. For this character looks really great. So I want to see if we can get this character. So let's go ahead and pull. It looks like, let's see, Coco. Okay, can we get a Coco in 3 pulls? In 3, 2, 1. Look, the game knows. It's the I knew the game knew me. It is the plug. It knows me so well. All right, not. Hey, it's not. Never mind. Kanata, Amane Kanata. Okay, she looks kind of cool, but not quite as cool as Coco. And who else do we get? Not even gonna try. Haimamori Luna. All right, cool. Little queen, little princess, little idol chick. Oh, we got an outfit. Oh, dude, I totally missed that. Okay, sweet. I like the outfit. Let's get it. All right, so let's jump in. Where are you, Mumei? Nope, that's Korone. There we go, Mumei. So, hey. Cut it out, cursor. Let's take a look here. So she's quite fast, got a decent crit rate. Her attack kind of sucks though. That's unfortunate. Cat feather. Shoot a bunch of feathers at a spread. Pierces through targets. All right. True. That's not sweet little innocent Mumei. What is going on here? Destroy all targets in sight. Okay, it's gonna be one of those days. Increase haste by 1% for each target that has been sacrificed for 10 seconds. Well, that's a panic button if I have ever seen one. So let's jump into standard mode and let's go ahead and do stage 4 because I love the track here. As for items, let's go ahead and take our heal and then, is there anything else I want to take? Attack? No, we're just gonna take this. This is great. All right, let's get her started. Let's see. So far she plays, obviously we don't have any upgrades, but as far as her literal basic weapon, she plays the exact same as Zeta, who I actually had a pretty good time with the other day. I guess it was yesterday for me. It's been a couple days for you guys. All right, so we got cat on cat fights, brown on purple. Let's go. Bloodthirsty, but okay, well, I guess she is like, I mean, we got the cat feathers going on. I guess she is pretty aggressive. Let's see, what do we want here? When a target is defeated, gain 1 stack of Bloodthirst. At 20 stacks, she heals 10% HP and gains 30% attack for 10 seconds. Ooh. Oh, okay. So, it's like the game is telling me that I need to be killing things. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that. I gotta figure out I gotta see what her other skills are before I can start taking other power-ups though. Okay, so she turns red whenever she's bloodthirsty. All right, well, I mean, is she just like the warrior class? She just may be a girl after my own heart. Friend. Okay, those are very conflicting skills. Summon a friend that uses bird feather at 50% power. Oh, cool. So I get a little friend. Oh, I get a little floaty rectangle cat friend. That's so cool. And he just throws cat feathers. All right. And then our last one, civilization. Attack increases by 1% for every target currently on the screen, up to 100%. Okay. In addition, gain a further 1% for every 100 targets defeated. Oh, so we're going to get passive attack buffs. Okay. So if that's the case, then we don't really need to worry about attack multipliers. We just want damage multipliers. So Beetle literally doesn't matter, right? Wait, why did I just have... I had like a brain aneurysm. Of any character skill. These are all skills, right? I'm thinking that this is a skill. Why am I having a brain aneurysm? This should help. Oh, wait, no. It's these skills down here. It's these skills down here. Okay, that's why I'm having a brain aneurysm. Yeah, so this doesn't help at all. Okay. Let's take the extra damage on the cat feather. Increase hit limit by 5? Okay. Does that mean... Oh, no, we just shoot out 2 feathers, but I got it. So it can pierce up to 5 more. I hate every one of you that told me to play Mumei. My day has been ruined. I thought this sweet little girl could do nothing to me, but instead she just threw me the scariest face I've ever seen in my life. What do I do at this point? Now that my heart rate's all jacked up. Summon friend that uses bird feather as well as one other random weapon. Oh, well. This would have been a good one to have weapons turned on. Well, I guess we don't need to worry about leveling up friend, huh? All right, friend. Well, you're just gonna do the best you can with the with your cat feathers. Okay, we got to get this weapon leveled up. We got to get this thing to max. Shoot 1 additional feather. Oh, there we go. I think I have to just take the devil's hat, though. Because, again, this is a damage multiplier. It's not an attack multiplier. So if that clears the whole screen and literally everybody on the screen, all like 300 cats, then we're gonna have to get idol costume. But her and her devil face don't belong in an idol costume dress. Increase critical, but increase. Oh no, I definitely don't want that. I'm gonna get rid of Hope Soda. Let's take the bird feather. What? I don't even know what the lore could possibly be for that. Why does she have a terrifying face? So can I just... Wait, so can I just literally eliminate this at this point? Because if I already... Like, I can't do anything else with this. Unless there's some kind of... Actually, maybe I should, just in case there's some kind of hidden thing that... He does more with bird feathers. It just doesn't say that he does. Reduce the time between attacks by 30%. Okay, nice. Oh yeah, okay. We're cooking with fire now. We're cooking with straight fire. Okay, I'm prepared for this one. Does it kill like boss enemies? Okay, I clicked as soon as this opened up. It does not. Okay, I was prepared for that one though. I had my ears plugged. Feathers home into targets? Oh, heck yes. So... Okay, so taking civilization does not scale the attack increase. Only the static increase. So then I think what I would rather do is take Bloodthirsty first. Oh, God, this weapon... Wait, this weapon is going insane right now. What? This weapon just got, like, infinitely better. This weapon just got, like, cracked. Like, do I even need my skill? This thing is just going to kill everything on the board. It's just going to home in on everything. Oh, hold up now. Candy Kingdom Sweets. We get haste. All attacks deal 3/4 of the damage, but we're going to be scaling our attack a bunch, and we're going to get a bunch of multipliers, and you have a 10% chance to apply a second attack, but we're going to be scaling our attack. This seems insane. Now, I guess the question I would have, though, is that extra attack that comes off. Is that the same thing as the feathers we already have? So is that other feather going to be homing in as well? I'm not certain that I'm going for crit, though. And honestly, I don't even think that I necessarily need focus shades. I think that I do want to take plushie, though, as my defensive item. So let's get that under control first. We'll just strengthen this up. Okay, so far this character seems absurd. And here I was calling her sweet little Mumei. No, she's a freaking nature. What is... Wait, civilization, bloodthirst, and friend? What kind of girl is this? Sorry. Let me rephrase. What kind of cat is this? An absurd one, that's what. You know what? I'm going to play under the assumption that other levels of this are not going to do anything. I'm just going to get rid of it. Let's just max out Bloodthirst, and then we can work on our other items. Okay, eat the world. Then we get Cracked Haste. Yeah, dude, this is gonna be busted. This is gonna be so good. This is awful. Doesn't do anything. I think I'm going to actually... Oh, man, Shackles is such a tough pick because we could... Wait, why does my attack percent keep... Oh, yeah, because of this modifier. Because, like, we could take this, which makes Candy Sweets not have a negative effect. Then if we end up finding Gorilla Paw, which I want to take... Although Gorilla Paw just lowers our crit, do we necessarily care about our crit? Okay, I changed my mind. We're not doing the shackles. Let's just go for more sweets. The opposite of this character, because she's a scary monster. She's probably a devil. She's probably horrible. She's probably so mean. I think I'm just going to take the other plushie. I don't really want any of the other stuff. Which means that I probably should have eliminated something there. I mean, really, that is the vibe that I get from all the Hololive girls. They're probably just all the worst. Just awful. Just mean, nasty, vindictive. I'm totally kidding, by the way. If it wasn't clear, that was obviously a joke. Yeah, so like membership, I don't think I actually want. So I'm going to get rid of the bandage. And just take the plushie here. Again, the reason that I'm telling myself, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong about this, that's why I'm going to kind of talk about it. The reason that I'm justifying not taking membership card is that we're actively scaling our attack percentage with our which one is it? It's blood no, it's civilization, right? We're actively scaling our attack. Well, there's Gorilla's Paw, so I'm just taking that. we're actively scaling our attack damage through civilization. And so ultimately what 30% attack comes down to, which of course it does scale up as we level it up, right? But that essentially comes down to 3,000 enemies killed, which after this first 5 minutes, we're about there. So I've basically already gotten the amount of damage out of the membership card in the first 5 minutes than I would have just taking it. So I feel like I can get additional damage elsewhere. That's my justification. Because I still want... Honestly, I don't... well, we're still early on. Idle Dress might still be really nice to have, especially at the end of the game when we're fighting bosses. And especially at the end of the game when there's just more enemies on the screen. Right now, we're not getting a whole lot of haste. I mean, okay. If you give it to me, game, I'll take it. Kind of just takes all the questioning out of it. If you just click the button, you don't even have to question it. It just happens. And it is a pretty good panic button. So let's go ahead and get rid of Promise Tiara. Or no, Breastplate. I think I'm less likely to take Breastplate. Well, that was a strange series of events that I was literally on an anvil as I leveled up. So what should my last item be? I don't know. I might just literally just burn all my rerolls trying to find something at the on this next level up. Like, energy drink is interesting. Just get extra haste on top of our multiplied damage. Is there anything else that I would want? I'm not sure. I think what I'm gonna rescind what I just said about re-rolling a bunch. I think I'm gonna try and get the rest of my items maxed out. So I need what, one more level on idol costume, and I think that's it. I think the rest are maxed out. So then I can start re-rolling once nothing's in the pool, and then everything will be fresh. Because I think we have, honestly, a bunch of options that we could go with. I'm not sure if there's going to be something that's like a slam dunk, like clearly better than everything else. I'm trying to think through, but honestly, my memory encyclopedia is it failed. It failed school. Let's be honest. Well, it's definitely not Stolen Piggy Bank. It's not Body Pillow, and it's not Picky Picky. So we're re-rolling. I don't think it's any of these either. It's not Court Pin. It's not Shadow. I could see an argument for headphones because it's just generally good, but I think we just want to go for damage. Because we have Gorilla Paw, I probably don't want to go with Focus Shades, so re-roll. There's no reason in taking injection type if we're going to just take membership. Okay, I'm just going to use up these rerolls. And that's why we reroll. And that is why we reroll. Weapons have a 10% chance to stun enemies. We're hitting everything. So, yes, I would like the chance to stun enemies. Okay, so now, ideally, Huh. Okay, I think I'm way too far behind to do crit damage, so I think we're just going to focus on attack power. So now, ideally, we would find... the bat stamp. That would help us in healing. Especially since we took the face mask and we're taking extra damage. We're gonna pad our health. That would also work very well with plushie. And I would probably also like the stamp that, yeah, see, situations like this are going to be rough, which is why I want some kind of recovery. Actually, do I even have recovery at this point? I just have my passive. Man, the thing that screws me up is that the game, like, keeps going. And so I have recovery here. I have my potion. And that's basically it. Yeah, so I think I would definitely like to find the bat stamp. And then I would take the stamp that gives us more projectiles. And then the two of those together, plus the stuns, having more projectiles, I think would synergize pretty well. That's good enough that I'm just going to pop this in here for now. Okay, I'm going to grab the speed here. Man, someone made a comment in the, not this last video, that was Zeta, the one before with Ollie. And I replied back with, I think that's the nicest thing that anyone has ever said to me in my entire life. And the comment was, man, watch it. I think it was something, I'm going to paraphrase here because I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was basically like, watching your journey and then all of a sudden you take just like the perfect Ollie build was like watching Neo become the one. It was like, well, that might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said. Apparently, I mean, the build played great, right? I don't have any bearing. I don't really have any bearing on like, is the build good compared to, you know, all the busted builds in the game, but it felt very strong. And, you know, you guys kind of gave me the feedback like, yeah, that build was very strong. But I do kind of feel like at this point, you know, we're what, 13 or 14 videos in. And of course I've done some runs on my own off camera to try and like level up, get a bunch of money. So I have quite a bit of experience in the game now. Oh my God, I just looked at my playtime. Well, we're at 35 hours. You know, at this point, I might not have like every item memorized, but for the most part, I can put things into categories. Like, you know, for example, you know, if I could tell you if there was an item or not that, like, I don't even know, turn your attacks into ice damage. Obviously, that doesn't happen, right? But I might not be able to tell you the exact item, but I could tell you like, yeah, there's definitely an item that can reduce damage, or there's like good defensive items, right? So I can kind of maybe not piece together the way that I kind of look at it is maybe I'm not going to be able to mentally piece together the perfect build in terms of literally having the best items and the best stamps, but I think that I can do a pretty decent job at this point putting together like, okay, so I don't have my defensive item yet. Let's find a defensive item. Do I think I'm going to need a healing item for this build? Do I need an experience? Like, is an experienced item necessary? Am I going to need extra recovery because I'm taking a lot of like risky items, like a face mask type deal? You know, and that's one of those things that like we talked about when I first started playing Holocure, was that obviously the item pool was smaller, but also the fact that I just didn't know what was available to me in the game. And that's one of the hardest things, is to try and do a reasonable build when you just don't even know what's available, because obviously you only know what you know, right? This I don't necessarily care about. I think I'm just gonna strengthen up the chance to stun. And so if you don't know what you don't know, you can only know what the game shows you. And so, you know, you're given 4 options and you just kind of go off those. And you just take whatever is the most impressive at the time. But then once you get a solid base of understanding in the game, you can kind of put it together as like, oh yeah, like this is a character that I know I probably don't want crit chance on, or I probably don't want damage reduction on, for example. You know, there are definitely characters where you do want damage reduction, but for the most part, like, damage reduction on a lot of characters I found is not as necessary as it seems. Now, I do like defensive items, so things like body pillow that kind of absorb damage but also heal you up a little bit. You know, obviously the plushie being fine as long as you can heal back up, otherwise it's just doing nothing. But things like breastplate, for example, are a little bit more niche than I initially thought. Oh, that was bad. That was bad movement. All right, now I'm going to take, we have 7 minutes here till the end. I'm going to take a little bit of time to rant here for a second, because you guys are my therapists, so I got to vent here. It's a work thing. So for those of you who don't know, my day job, I'm a commercial producer for a local TV station. And one of my responsibilities in doing that, I'm also the photographer for the station. And when I say photographer, a lot of times in commercial work or in just any video work, a lot of times you'll hear the term photog passed around referring to videographers for like news. Even though they're not taking pictures, they're still referred to as photogs. But in this case, I'm literally talking about taking pictures. So if any like staff photos need to be done for like our employee board or for our on-air talent or anything like that, I'm the one to take those. And so today we had a session lined up for a bunch of new people, as well as like our general manager, right? And the thing that's a pain is I also have to edit these pictures. And while that might not seem like a big deal, each picture probably takes 15 to 20-ish minutes. Maybe a little bit longer, depending on, you know, the situation, depending on, you know, is there any like photoshopping that needs to be done, you know, but for the most part, you could probably say about that long. So there's this girl that I work with. She's very nice. You can infer from that what you will. I've taken her photos several times so far. She hasn't, it's not that she didn't like the pictures. She's kind of like self-conscious and she just, you know, can't find a picture that she likes of herself. And so I got kind of frustrated. For one, I wasn't frustrated with her. I was already frustrated because a couple of the new people that signed up didn't show up. And this happens quite regularly where people will sign up for photos and then just not show up. And I have to set up like the backdrop. I got to set up lights. I got to set up all this stuff. And it's just a pain. It's like, why are you wasting my time? Right. So I was already kind of frustrated. So I was frustrated that she wanted pictures again, because it's like, you just had them done a couple months ago. We don't need to go through the same song and dance. It's more work for me. And you're just going to use it for LinkedIn. So it's like, you know, it's not really work related. But like I said, this girl is quite nice. So, you know, I was like, all right, let's just get these done. So we go in, we take the pictures. We end up finding 1 or 2 on the back side of the camera that she likes. And so I was like, okay, no problem. So, and I should also mention that before we even took pictures, she kind of came up to me and she's like, are you annoyed with me? And kind of in like a more joking way, right? It's kind of like, are you annoyed with me? Because she was kind of concerned that, you know, I was getting kind of grumpy because, you know, she's having me do them again. And of course I was like, no, not at all. Nothing like that. So I go and I edit her photos, her photo. And I have her, and I email her, ask her to come into my office real quick, just so I can, you know, show her the photos. But I also wanted to apologize. I want to say, like, hey, in case I came off, you know, because I don't know what my tone of voice was or anything like that. So I just want to say, like, hey, just in case, you know, you thought I was short or, you know, upset or anything like that, just know that, hey, I wasn't, you know, no big deal. Like, she didn't think that. She was just, you know, concerned that I was feeling that. So anyway, she looks at the photo and she's like, yeah, it's good. You know, can you make like one small adjustment? Like her sweater was falling weird here. Can you Photoshop out the crease? You know, can we look at some other photos just to see? Cause you know, she wasn't super happy with her smiling one. It's like, okay, sure. Again, this girl is nice. So I was like, you know, let's figure something out. Let's figure something out. So she finds a couple more that she wants. And I'm like, okay, again, no problem. Really, you'll need one, but you know, fine. You're nice. So, let me go ahead and do, you know, a couple more for you. So spend a bunch more time editing these photos, you know, 3 more, and finally get them done. Send them off to her. They have all the, you know, little adjustments that she asked for about having, you know, fixing, like photoshopping her sweater a certain way and all that kind of stuff. And she responds with, hey, these are nice, but can you send me the originals? I think they're color corrected too heavily. Now, the originals, I shoot in RAW. So the originals are not going to look like photos coming off your camera. Right? The colors are all going to be skewed because they're intended to be manipulated after the fact. And so that was one. I was like, okay, well, first of all, basically, I was kind of insulted, right? Because it's like, okay, like, it's not like this girl edits photos either. Not even like as a hobby, like just because I know her a little bit. So it's like, okay, I do this for a living. Do you really think that you can do, first of all, do you really think that you can do a better job than me? And second of all, like, you clearly don't know that these are going to look like crap with the way that we shot them. So I was like very taken aback. I was like very grumpy. Maybe I'm like taking it too personally, but it just like, first of all, it threw me off because not using it as a like code word now or anything, but like, this girl is very nice. I've never had any issues with her before, you know, just like talks with her in the office or anything like that. Okay, I guess I'm gonna start. Actually, let me just heal back up this health. So yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those things that like, it threw me for a loop. I felt a little off put. It was like, not only, it would be one thing if I just picked several photos and she wasn't a fan of them, and then she was like, I don't, you know, can you send me a bunch and I'll look through them? But it was like, I showed you the first one. You thought it was good enough, you know, to say that you liked it. You had me edit multiple more. And then after I edited them, you said they weren't good enough and that you wanted to do them instead. I was like, so why did I even go through all this work? That was like the big thing, is like, why are you wasting my time? Like, I've already done 2 other photo sessions for you in the past year. This is your 3rd. Now you're being a little picky. And it was like, you just wasted like a couple hours of my day. I was very thrown off. And again, I was kind of caught off guard because of, you know, she's quite nice. In case you guys can't tell yet, oh, look, yeah, I've got a little bit of a crush on her, okay? Let's just get that out in the open, so that way if there's any wondering about what I mean by that, that is what I mean by that. So I was trying to be nice, you know? I was trying to, like, be all nice and shit. But then, no, I get, it's fine, but I know you just did all this work by yourself, but let me do it myself, and I don't edit photos for a living. Not that that means anything. Just because you do something for a living doesn't mean that you're, like, good at it, right? You can do something for a living and not be good at something. Being a professional just means you're getting paid for it. Doesn't mean you're good. Right? That's like all weather people. And to be fair, like, I work with weather people, so this is a joke that we, you know, they tell all the time. Like, weather people get paid to be right 51% of the time. Like, it's not like they're perfect at it. Wow. Okay, so we already killed 2 bosses? That's crazy. Give me my coins. So anyway, that's my little rant. You know, I don't do many rants on this channel, but it was one of those things that just, like, really set me off in a mood today. Maybe it shouldn't have gotten to me so much, but obviously for other reasons that I mentioned, it was just, you know, it was kind of a bummer. But anyway, Mumei, yeah, you know that a character is pretty good when I can tell an entire story, kind of like half pay attention to the run, right? Because like halfway through the runs with these single weapon runs, we're kind of done. We kind of finished the build, and it's just like, what stat do you want? And we didn't really struggle at all, even with taking the extra 30% damage from face mask. That was not an issue at all. I can only imagine if we had other weapons and friend was also using those weapons, that would be absurd. But Mumei is super fun. She's got a super cool build. Yeah, big fan. I can see why people said that. Well, I don't, to be fair, I don't know whether people were saying they liked her, like, they liked her content, or if they liked her as a playable character in a Holocure. But either way, super fun character to play. Hopefully you guys had a good time, and thank you again if you last this long for listening to my little rant and my non-existent love life. Anyway, if you guys like the content, would you kindly smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more roguelike content. Guys, I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.